Welcome to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Thank you for joining us. We start the show with news from County Council. The Council held its fifth Shaping Our Future work session, and this time the focus was on affordable housing. Our Susan Kennedy was at the briefing, and she has more on this story. Susan?
Lorna, growing the affordable housing stock here in Montgomery County has long been a priority of the council, and today a group of experts gave advice on how to best preserve and create affordable housing. Today, one of the biggest problems facing Montgomery Countyans is actually finding affordable housing. That, according to panelists who spoke to council members as part of its Shaping Our Future series. Roger Lewis, a professor at the University of Maryland, told council members housing is the glue that keeps so many other things together.
Affordable housing and housing policy in general is inexorably linked to all kinds of other things that I think you are concerned about in making Montgomery County a great place to work and live, and the condition of the dwelling environment in a place like Montgomery County really is not just about numbers of units and how many people live in them.
According to census numbers, a third of county homeowners spend more than 30% of their incomes on housing, which makes the case for more affordable housing even more pressing. Lewis says planning is key in solving this crisis.
Look very carefully at the resources the county has in terms of real estate and ask the question, are there places here where we in fact could make land available for the private sector, or for that matter, the nonprofits, to actually develop housing that includes a lot of affordable housing.
Ralph Bennett, also a professor at Maryland, says one way to keep costs down for those looking for housing is to eliminate the need for a car.
Recently calculated, since the AAA gives the cost of owning a car for a year at about $7,000, I calculated that someone living in Langley Park commuting to Bethesda each day for a year would spend about $700 on transit fees, 10% of the cost. And so making places where cars aren't so necessary is a significant contribution to affordability.
Council President Roger Berliner says the council will pledge to make affordable housing a priority as the population continues to grow and change, both economically and ethnically.
Our county remains at the forefront of this issue. It is something that we care deeply about, but all communities are struggling with it. Affordable housing is a tough nut to crack. And so we have to have a all-of-the-above strategy, that is to preserve as well as create incentives for there to be more affordable housing. That we need to look at our land use, as we've heard throughout this series of briefings, how critical our land use is to all of these conversations, so that we can provide the kind of housing that our community as a whole need.
The council's next Shaping Our Future briefing will take place on April 10th, and it will focus on transit. For County Report this week, I'm Susan Kennedy.
The County Council's Planning, Housing, and Economic Development Committee is continuing its work that affects future big box stores in the county. These proposals would require big box stores larger than 50,000 square feet to be approved through the special exception process. Nancy Florine chairs the Council's Planning, Housing, and Economic Development Committee.
The committee has recommended support of Council President Berliner's proposal, which would set some standards for a proposed project along Rockville Pike. And then we have some continuing issues about a couple other proposals on the table. At the end of the day, I think that there are lots of concerns about community engagement, design for these projects, and making sure that they fit properly into whatever community they're proposed for.
The 6th annual Youth Job Fair held at Montgomery Blair High School brought hundreds of young people looking for jobs, while many employers accepted job applications and conducted interviews. Here's the story. It was all about finding jobs for youth. 38 employers met face-to-face with hundreds of high school and college students who were looking to find summer employment.
It's a transition for them. We have young people who have been actively engaged in high school, and they need to make a transition to the real economy and to get away from your parents at some point in time. What do you do once you move on to college? And you simply don't do that by wishing that it comes true. You do it by getting out engaged and involved in some level of employment.
The job fair offered the opportunity of completing job applications on site.
I feel like it's a good opportunity because it's better than applying online, that you're actually here and you actually talk to them and interact with them.
What I'm looking for is a little summer employment or something I can put on a resume that'll really, not only get me opportunities now or hopefully in the summer, but later in life as well, and give me some kind of positive experience.
In addition to assisting the youth in finding seasonal jobs, some of the employers were committed to offer long-term employment.
Also to help employers who are seeking employees for their companies as well. So it's bringing the two together.
We also have the military here as an option for young people. So it's a little more than last year. We think we're seeing the improvement in the economy, and hopefully the youth here, 16 to 21, will find some opportunity for them.
From the FBI to the county's Department of Recreation in Sandy Spring Bank, young people were able to connect and find out what potential employers are looking for.
I'm not looking for someone that has any teller experience because we do have teller training. So someone that has great personality, that can talk to clients. They do have to recommend or refer products from Sandy Spring Bank to our clients. So someone's energetic, great personality.
Once again, the County Executives Commission on Veterans Affairs sponsors the 3rd annual Vietnam Veterans Reunion. Veterans of every era and the public attended the Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans Union at the Silver Spring Civic Building. The event included a reception hosted by County Executive Ike Leggett, a panel discussion about health care for veterans, and a slide program of memorial photos. Many veterans wore their military uniforms.
It's just a belated way to say thank you for your service and to educate, in this case tonight, to educate our Vietnam vets about the problems presented by Agent Orange and give them an opportunity to learn where they can go for help. Many of the veterans who served in Vietnam and Korea and World War II, and even the younger vets from Iraq and Afghanistan, don't know about the benefits that are available to them, and they don't know because they don't know about them, they don't know where to go, they don't know what they can do.
Montgomery County is home to approximately 50,000 veterans. For more information for services for veterans, go to montgomerycountynd.gov/CVA. When we come back, we take you to a political debate. And we'll tell you how many county residents have already cast their votes. We'll be right back. Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. The primary elections for District 6 will take place on Tuesday, April 3rd. Republican and Democratic candidates have been participating in a number of debates. Danielle Steksky has the details.
1 week before the primary elections in the competitive 6th District, Montgomery College hosted a Republican and Democratic debate. The debates were sponsored by the AARP.
We hope today's debate will give you an opportunity to take a closer look at these candidates and hear directly from them about the issues that matter to you.
News website MarylandReporter.com was also a sponsor, and their editor and publisher Len Lazarek served as the moderator of both debates.
This is a bit of nostalgia for me. My first congressional campaign that I ever covered was in the 6th Congressional District in 1976. It was a very hot primary between incumbent Goodloe Byron and Dan Ripley, who some of you may know.
8 Republicans and 5 Democrats are competing for the seat that has been held by Republican Roscoe Bartlett for 10 terms. Once considered a safe Republican stronghold, the seat's now considered a toss-up after the Democratic-led redistricting process that followed the most recent census. After redrawing the boundaries, the percentage of registered Republicans in the 6th District fell from 47% to 34%, while the percentage of registered Democrats increased from 36% to 44%, according to data from the State Board of Elections. If you'd like to watch both debates in their entirety, visit our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com facebook.com/Montgomery College.
Although primary elections are on the 3rd, the Montgomery County Board of Elections has been busy with early voting. Montgomery Community Media's Sonia Burke reports that many residents have already cast their ballots.
Hundreds of Montgomery County voters cast their ballots at one of 5 voting centers before the April 3rd election, thanks to the option of early voting. Of the 5 early voting centers, the Bower Drive Community Recreation Center appeared to be the busiest. The Rockville address may be one reason for its popularity with local voters.
We are in close proximity to one of the major retirement communities in the county, and we're centrally located in the county as well, so that may make it a very easy stop off for people.
This is only the 3rd time Montgomery County has held early voting, and at this point the pace of voting is about the same as it was in 2010. Although the volume is not as high as you see on Election Day, it does increase the awareness of the early voting option.
Ultimately, in the long run, we hope to be able to reduce the number of polling places on Election Day, thereby reducing costs, but still providing all the conveniences to the voters so that they have every opportunity possible to cast their ballot.
Residents said they liked the early voting option.
It's excellent. I mean, years ago, I guess you had the mail-in ballot and everything like this, but this makes it so more convenient that, you can get your vote in, cast how you feel things should go, and then, not miss out on that. So I'm really happy to do it.
Rockville resident McKinley Bryant said it was his first time voting early.
Well, we came out early so that we could get this out of the way without all of the crowds and all of that. And I thought it was very smoothly run, and we'll do this in the future.
Results from early voting will be posted shortly after the polls close at 8 p.m. on April 3rd. For complete election night results, visit Montgomery County's Board of Election website at www.777vote.org. I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
Now we get our police update from Captain Paul Starks regarding some dog bites. Captain?
Lorna, on Tuesday night at about 9 p.m., officers and a Montgomery County sheriff responded to a call for a dog bite in Montgomery Village. When they arrived, they found a 15-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl suffering from dog bites on their legs, arm, and the girl's neck. They had to be taken by ambulance to a hospital for treatment. Officers were able to locate the dog. They tried to tase it to control it. The taser did not take effect. They had to shoot the dog and put it down.
Captain, what are some of the county regulations regarding dog ownership?
We want to take this opportunity to remind dog owners that when they come off their property, the dog has to be on a lead and under control. And also, the animal shelter from April through September is offering rabies vaccines every 3rd Sunday at the animal shelter.
Thank you, Captain Starks, for that update. And now we go to Tom Pogue from the county's Department of Transportation, who tells us how the public can participate in the decision-making process regarding a walkway. Here's Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. Residents are invited to a public meeting to solicit input on a proposal to build a pedestrian passageway, a tunnel or a bridge across Georgia Avenue at Forest Glen Road. The crossing will provide pedestrians on the east side of Georgia Avenue with safe access to the Forest Glen Metro Rail Station. The meeting will be held on Tuesday, April 10th from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Sligo Middle School in Silver Spring. The intersection of Georgia and Forest Glen has one of the highest traffic volumes in Maryland. Conflicts with traffic and pedestrian movements are frequent, creating a hazardous situation for pedestrians crossing both Georgia Avenue and Forest Glen Road. And unfortunately, pedestrian collisions in this area are almost 4 times the statewide average. The County Council has provided funds to study the passageway, and DOT is seeking federal funds for some of the construction costs if the project goes forward. For information on this and other transportation projects, go to montgomerycountymd.gov/MCDOT. We're working to keep you moving.
When we come back, MCPS Superintendent Start hosts a forum about gifted education. And we'll tell you how to ride for free on ride-on buses. We'll be right back. Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. MCPS Superintendent Dr. Joshua Starr recently held his second spring forum on the topic of gifted education. Here's a story from Montgomery County Public Schools.
Gifted education was the focus of discussion during Dr. Starr's second spring forum.
So tonight we have an opportunity to dig deep into an important issue.
More than 400 parents, educators, and community members filled the Magruder High School cafeteria to standing room only capacity. The high turnout reflects the interest in programs for gifted students in MCPS and concerns about how students are identified and served, regardless of race or ethnicity.
There are very few teachers in this country who are specifically trained to work with gifted and talented learners.
A panel of experts in the field of accelerated and enriched instruction engaged with Dr. Starr and the audience about the importance of fostering effective two-way communication between school and family to better meet the needs of advanced learners. Participants then worked in small groups to discuss their thoughts, ideas, and concerns. Groups reported out their opinions and recommendations.
Our table was very interested in how flexible grouping can be implemented.
Attendees expressed a wide variety of ideas, to include increasing access to gifted education in all schools and the need for more teacher training in this area.
If each teacher knew just what to do, what is the plan for when they come across a child who needs extra challenge?
I can see that my child learns better when she is with other children that learn at her same level and speed.
A lot of the topics that were discussed resonated and it hit home with me.
I think we heard from parents tonight that there were issues around differentiation. How effective is that? Is it effective? There was issues around parent advocacy. How do we advocate? How do parents advocate effectively? How do parents even know what to advocate for?
I heard from multiple people that this is the beginning of a conversation and that this will continue as a conversation.
Both the verbal and written comments from the forum will be used as the school system works to improve teaching and learning for all students, including those that are gifted.
Dr. Starr's next spring forum on special education will be held on April 16th at Seneca Valley High School beginning at 7 p.m. You can ride for free and ride on buses and help feed the hungry in our community. Passengers in Montgomery receive free bus rides by donating canned and non-perishable food during Ride-On's annual food drive from Sunday, April 22nd through Saturday, April 28th. Food collected through the drive goes to Mana Food Center, which feeds 3,000 families a month. During the Give and Ride promotion, food collection bags will be placed near the fare boxes on all Ride-On buses. Those who do not ride the bus but wish to donate food can participate by giving their donations to a bus operator at any Ride-On bus stop. Summer is right around the corner, and the city of Rockville is celebrating 50 years of summer camps this year. Our Rockville 11's Bridget Broyer offers a preview of what parents and kids can expect this year.
Rockville families are getting into the swing of summer camps. That's according to one Rockville summer camp alum, Jennifer Carter.
City of Rockville, I attended their ballet camp and also the pottery camp as a young child.
Carter is looking forward to her daughter Julia continuing the tradition.
It's really fun and you get to do lots of new activities that you might not be able to do at other times.
This year, the City of Rockville celebrates 50 years of summer camps in the community.
And it's come a really long way. It was a handful of camps, arts and crafts. I think there was archery and I think a sports camp. You know, now we have over 60 different camps.
That's the word from Recreation Program Supervisor Jan Golden, who's ready for another summer of Rockville camps.
I think that we really have so much to offer. We have so much value. We have everything from a general multi-sports camp to a beautiful theater camp, wonderful pottery camp, field trip camp. So we have a lot of specialty camps that a lot of people aren't aware of. So we really have a lot of value and a lot of different programming for all interests.
Whether it's exploring the outdoors or enjoying arts and crafts, the city's summer camp program has something for every child. Registration for Rockville summer camps is now open. Go to rockvillemd.gov/recreation for more information.
Are you ready to adopt a cat? Here's Kala, a male that needs a home. Kathy Stanhope from the Humane Society introduces our Pet of the Week.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope at the Montgomery County Humane Society with your Pet of the Week. And this handsome little devil here is Kala. It's a funny name for a male cat, but he's a neutered male. He's about 4 years old, and he also was a give-up. He was given up when the family that he lived with had to move into an apartment that no longer took pets. So he kind of got out of luck. He lost his loving home, and he is now at the shelter, and he wants to get out of the cage, and he wants to go home with you. Now, I'm told that he doesn't like to be picked up and carried around too much, but actually he seems to be sitting in my lap quite nicely, and he's very happy about it. He does like to play. He loves to follow a fishing line. He loves a fishing pole. He likes to play fetch with his toys. And the funny thing about it, I'm told he loves to be brushed, and he will very easily allow you to clip his toenails. So he doesn't mind that. So he's obviously a very good-natured cat, and he was raised with 2 toddlers. So he lived with kids his whole life. So he's good with kids, he's good with other cats, and he's also very good with dogs. So if you're looking for another cat to add to your household, you definitely want to come down to the Montgomery County Humane Society and meet Calla, and he wants to go home with you. And also remember to give us a call and meet all the animals we have here. And if you're looking to maybe not adopt full-time, you can be interested in our foster program. A foster program means that we place an animal with you. You don't officially adopt the animal. We take care of all the major expenses, and then you help us find a new owner for the cat or the dog. So if you're not looking to get into having a new pet in your house full-time, give us a call and find out about our foster program. Definitely call us at 240-773-5960 and visit us on the web at mchumane.org.
When we come back, it's a group of children against police officers in a friendly match. And the county launches its first Spanish language radio show on Radio America at 1540 AM. We'll tell you when to listen.
MC has received a $32,000 gift from Sandy Spring Bank to support students in the Gordon and Marilyn Macklin Business Institute Honors Program. The gift will provide 4 scholarships to students with financial need. Transferring MC students who major in computer science, information systems, and engineering are now eligible to apply for a scholarship offered by UMBC's Center for Women in Technology. The scholarships offer support for 10 full-time transfer students each fall for the next 3 years. The Richard E. and Nancy P. Marriott Foundation has provided MC with a $20,000 grant to support hospitality management students. The funds will be added to the Marriott Hospitality Center Scholarship Program, which has awarded nearly 100 scholarships over the last decade. For more information about the endless possibilities at your community college, visit our website.
Welcome back to County Report this week. I'm Lorna Virgili. Kids and police officers hit the hardwood at Rockville's annual March Madness basketball tournament at Twin Brook Rec Center. Rockville 11 has the story right here.
This is our 8th season for doing this with them, with March Madness with the young men and women. And we're having a ball. We've got about 14 of our officers and other members of our department playing out here and having some fun and really getting tired. But they're doing great. They're doing great. I just think it shows that the police officers are just like everybody else. We want to go out and have a good time. Everybody likes March Madness with the basketball, so everybody comes out and plays. And it's a good thing to see the young men and women playing with the officers. And believe me, we're having a lot of fun out here.
This is our annual March Madness event. Every year for the last 5 or 6 years, we've had the cops come together with the kids and get together and play basketball for one night. Kind of try to build a good relationship with the police and with adults and have a positive impact on our community. The kids seem to really get a kick out of it. They take it like the March Madness tournament. They feel like they're the big guys on TV playing, so it's fun for them.
I mean, it's kind of fun playing with police officers. Usually you see them chasing somebody out on the street or something.
It feels good. They're good ball players, and they know how to handle the rock.
I like it because, I want to be a police when I grow up, so it's cool.
I like it because my police made a buzzer beater at the end, so we won the game.
Roses are a wonderful addition to any garden, but cultivating them might not be easy. Our friends at Brookeside Gardens are going to show us how to grow amazing roses.
The rose, a time-tested symbol of love and romance. Hi, I'm Roger Haynes, and I'm here to tell you a few tips on how to successfully grow roses at your place. We have roses here in this garden that have been here for a number of years, and I'd like to give you a few tips on how to grow them successfully. The first thing you need to do is start with healthy plants. You can get these plants mail order or from a garden shop, but they need to be well hydrated with damp roots. Next, what you need to do is plant them in some good garden soil. The soil itself doesn't really matter as long as it's well drained. We can always add organic material to it like compost or manure and then work the soil up that way so that it works well and the roses are happy and they grow well. Roses need an inch of water a week. If it doesn't rain, then you need to water them, and that usually works out to maybe a couple of gallons per plant once a week. Also, they need a good spray program to keep black spot off the leaves. You might be able to see a little bit of residue on these leaves, and that helps keep them growing well too. 6 hours of full sun will also help keep your roses growing well. Thank you, and come by and see them sometime.
Starting on April 3rd, the Montgomery County Office of Public Information will start Montgomery Al Dia, or Montgomery Today, a weekly half-hour county Spanish radio show on Radio America 1540 AM. The live show takes place every Tuesday at 2 p.m. The format will include interviews, news, PSAs, and public call-ins. County government departments, agencies, and county councils will collaborate to bring guest news and information to the county's fast-growing Hispanic community. The show will also have a television component. It will be recorded live on tape at the Radio America studios and broadcasted every week on County Cable Montgomery. And I will be your host. To listen to the live broadcast of Montgomery Al Dia every Tuesday at 2 p.m., visit radioamerica.net. To view archived television shows, visit montgomerycountymd.gov. And with that, we'll close this edition of County Report this week. Join us at this time every week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. I'm Lorna Virgili, and thank you for watching.